Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our Swiss chocolate run here. And I was just standing here looking at our wonderful grass fields, and I noticed that the nitrogen says bad. Now, the yield potential says 100%, expected yield 74%. So yeah, we're definitely missing something here. Now, the reason I hadn't looked at it before is because the grass typically, it kind of runs on a different... Before precision farming, grass kind of gets fertilized a little bit differently. You fertilize at the very beginning, and then after that, it just, every time you renew it, it's typically fertilized all the way, you know, once you roll it back over. So I kind of hadn't really messed with it, but it looks like there's a good chance we could need some fertilizer for these. And the best way to know is, because we do have the equipment on our tractor here, is to just try fertilizing. And obviously it should be smart enough to fertilize what needs to be fertilized. So we're going to make a quick pass through that. I was about to fast forward to the next month, and then I was looking at that, I was like, wait a minute, maybe because I was thinking we couldn't do all that kind of stuff until we got actual crop on there, but it does appear the grass qualifies for something that needs some loving here, and it will be easy enough for us to take care of that. Actually got quite a bit of fertilizer over here. All right, let's see what we can do here, get this knocked out. Yeah, it's definitely detected. In fact, it needs more fertilizer than most of the other crops I've used before, right? That's kind of interesting. I mean, we're still going to be fine. I'm not that worried that the first batch didn't probably have the right amount of fertilizer. My microphone just bumped it. But we definitely want to get future, this future stuff going. It's possible if I had fertilized the first round properly, every reapplication of grass after that would have been fine after all. But don't know for sure. We'll see. But it does look like it's doing something here. Can't really see it though, which is not going to make it easy. So I am going to unfortunately... Wait. Now I'm confused. I just hired the worker and he didn't want to go. I can't see it, but the worker thinks it's already done. Well, that's annoying. Alright, well, I'm going to have to figure out how to do this then, because we definitely want to get this done. It is not going to be easy to see. And I don't even have the GPS installed on this guy. I mean, I could install the GPS just to make it easy for us to see this. That might be what we need to do. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to see this very well. I say that. Obviously, I can kind of see on the mini map there, but it's not. There's a good chance that I'm going to miss some here. I'll just have to do a little bit of extra overlapping that I probably would wish we didn't have to do, but just to make sure I don't have any gaps. But it does look like we're getting it fertilized properly, so that's good, right? I assume. I mean, I honestly don't know. Maybe this is not doing the right thing. Now, here's the other side of this coin. We obviously know some crops... Different crops need different amounts of fertilizer, right? When I harvest the grass and decide to go back and replant the oats, I mean, if it needs less fertilizer, is that going to mess us up somehow? There's a good chance it might, because the fertilizer doesn't just go away when you replant, as I've learned from our soybeans on our other playthrough. So I don't know how we're going to handle that. I overlapped a little bit too much here, but that's okay. At least I can see where the, I'm paying attention this time to where the cutoff is on the other side. Just on the other side of that grass pile. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there, but for now, we're at least getting this fertilized okay. Guess I could have done both fields at the same time just to speed things up a bit, but that's all right. It's possible the grass isn't actually as affected by it as I think it is, and it's just fertilizing to like a high level just from the get-go, just kind of as a default fertilization level or something like that. I honestly don't know. And I don't remember how it worked in 19. Alright, so we're about halfway between those two grass piles. Guess when we get out, we can check the yield potential, or the yield, not the yield potential, but the expected yield of this round of crops. And if it's higher, if it's closer to 100%, then we know that this did in fact make a difference. Although in retrospect, I probably should have checked that after the first pass instead of doing the whole field, but whatever. I can make this sprayer wider, can't I? I can go back and modify it, I think. Wouldn't mind getting it a little bit wider at some point. It's not urgent right now, but it would be kind of nice to have at some point in the future. Just as an option. Oh, I still need to add the little see and spray, whatever they call it for this particular one. Which is not going to be cheap. What, 39,000 bucks, something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. Honestly, if you don't have the see and spray, does it just spray like liberally? Like just spray everything? And if it does, I'm assuming that dings your score a bit. Or at least affects the yield of the crop, right? Because you're spraying stuff that doesn't have weeds, maybe. Something like that. All right, now that we're done and can't do anything about it, let's see if this actually made a difference. We are, so yield potential of this one is 80%. We're expected to 79%, and that's just because this is bad soil. If we come over here to the good soil, we have some good soil. There we go, 99. Okay, so it definitely made a difference, and it does not make a difference here yet because, presumably because it doesn't count until we harvest. But again, I wonder how grass works because you obviously harvest and re-roll multiple times. Wonder what kind of, if it changes anything with that. But anyway, that is done. I'm glad I saw that though before we got another round of grass. We'll just park you off over here to the side. Next month we should be selling some crops, so we will see what kind of crops we're gonna. I think it's oats. I think is one of the ones, and then it's the corn or the wheat or something like that. We'll double check here in the next month, but I definitely know there were 2 crops on the list. All right, well that's that. Cows are done. Nothing here that I specifically want to buy right now. What about here? I was going to look for the contracts. Nothing contract. We actually did all the contracts. So let's get out and let's fast forward. We're going to fast forward to 9 o'clock. I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit dark earlier in the morning. Oh, just barely getting the sunrise. Grass is going, still growing. It should be, what is it, dormant now, I think. So we won't be able to mow until after the winter, obviously. But it should be time, although I didn't get the notifications. It's possible I just haven't set up notifications for all the crops that we had. But it should be, let's go through here. The cheese is, let's just start at the bottom one as well. Cheese is, oh, I already had it. January. So actually cheese is next month or the month after. Basically, I could settle it in January. waiting to February is such a small number, it would not be worth it unless it was just not at a good price in January. I mean, actually not worth it. I guess it's always worth it, but whatever. Corn is June, although January could be a good price. Sunflowers is February, so, or actually March technically is the highest. Oats is actually January. Okay. Barley is January. I thought there was one was December. Ah, I made that up then, I guess. Well, never mind then. Or I was actually looking at one of the wrong crops and I just had it on the wrong thing, you know. All right, so never mind. So January is what we're looking for. January for barley, oats. Obviously we don't care about sugar beets. It's just barley and oats in January. Just barley and oats, right? And then potentially the cheese. So speaking of cheese, how is the production? Is it stacked up? It is not at the moment, although it is starting to fill up, which means that the output is full. So I think I will drive over there real quick and we'll get that loaded up. Excuse me. Oh, I forget it's only got 3 spots anyway. So it's, oh, that was bad. That was really dumb. Well, let's spin the block back around. We can fix that with the other side. Yeah, I forget it's only 3 exit spots. That is very tight. Actually, let me come over here to the side. We got a lot of cheese. Pretty sure there's more coming. Maybe not. No, there's definitely more coming. All right, there we go. All right. That is good. And 1 contract. Wow. Anything over here we care about? Nothing that we care about. Nice big old big bud. Too bad you're kind of worthless to me. It is a big tractor. Kind of an impractical tractor, I feel like, in a lot of applications, but a very big tractor. All right. Well, I guess we're fast forwarding to January, right? Or do I need to take care of some with the cows? Slurry's getting a bit high, but I think we can go one more round before we have to really worry about it. So, and if we lose a little bit off the top end, I'm not that worried about that. So, one more month. Let's go. There we go. There's the notification for one of the things. Probably the cheese, actually. I would imagine it is close enough to be above that mark. Wow, no contracts at all. No used items either. So, crops, cheese. We're looking at 1993. We are close. Did I not just look at the... Does this change from month to month? Because did I not just look at the cheese and January was really high, but February was just a teeny tiny bit higher, but now February is lower now? And it's going down actually? Which means February is going to be even worse. So we do need to sell the cheese now. But what? Did I make that up? I honestly, if it does fluctuate, I've actually never noticed. So maybe I was right about December. Maybe it was December for a couple of things and then it changed. Corn, looks like it's a good time to sell the corn, hopefully. It is at the Felsbrunn. We don't have that much corn, to be fair, but next month will be soybeans, or sunflowers, I mean. And then oats would be presumably now. Oh, Felsbrunn as well for that one. That's a good price. And barley would be Felsbrunn. So we can sell the barley, the oats, and the corn right now. So it's actually, let's go do that real quick because that is 3 crops. Although we do got to worry about the cheese here in a moment. And we can put all 3 of those on the same train. Where are we at? There we go. Because there are 3 train cars that have that, which you guys have thankfully corrected me on. I've only ever used the one, and then I didn't realize the other 2 were just, you just had to open them. I just didn't notice that, set that option. Oh, excuse me. Been a long week. Trying to guess which side is going to come from. Probably this side over here, I would imagine. Because it didn't look like it had to slow down and turn around. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. It did just flip around. Or unless it... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it is. That's 7 kilometers? Is that really 7.6 kilometers from there to there? No way. I guess it could be. It just doesn't feel like that would be 7 kilometers. It feels shorter than that. No, it can't be. It still says 7 kilometers away now, and it's halfway to us. Yeah, that's wrong. That's just messed up. I was like, I don't understand. It's gonna be like 5 kilometers away, standing right in front of me. Yep. It is broken. Yeah, now it's even messed. It's even changed back to not showing anything because it is actually here. That is an amazing mustache, sir. All right. Let's go. Let's, doesn't really matter what order I do these in. Where's the fill? Stop right there. We'll get the first one, which would be... Well, I'll just open every cover, actually, at this point. All right, we want the barley, the oats, and the corn. I mean, it's not a lot of quantities that we have, but should still be some decent money. All right, there we go. It's barely even showing up in there. It's such a small quantity in that giant container. It may not actually graphically show normally anyway. It might just be one of those things. Like I said, not a ton of money, but, you know, it's something. And then now it's time to sell all the cheese that's just, for some reason, doesn't want to stack on this cart properly. And this goes to the supermarket, correct? I was going to say, I'm assuming that's the only place it can go, but good to double check. Is this the first time we sold cheese? Surely we've sold some before now, right? Or have I literally been sitting on it this whole time? I actually don't know. I think we've sold some before now. Nope. That one is not happy. There we go. It's weird that it has to be tipped up, but whatever. So we started with like 700 bucks, something like that, I think, right? And then we got 15,000, almost 16,000 for the crop. So that right there was about 33,000. That's not bad. We still got more. Oh, wow, that just stacked nicely. I don't know what the problem was before. That was real nice and neat. Oh, we didn't get credit for the boost, did we? No, that's really unfortunate. Because it's not a ton, but you know, it definitely adds up. I mean, 10% would have given us another, you know, 20,000 bucks already, plus whatever about to get here, probably another couple $1,000. So I mean, it definitely adds up. Hopefully we can get there with the grass now that I realize that the fertilizer makes a difference. There we go. 70,000 bucks. Not too bad from selling a bunch of stuff that we've been sitting on. And we still have, well, nothing that's worth anything to be fair, but we have nothing down here. I mean, we could technically sell the slurry if we really wanted to, but we still have the sunflowers, which, I mean, that's what, 600 bucks. Not even, really almost not worth the train trip. But actually it'll be about 800 bucks. It's something. Honestly, I might sell it to the supermarket if it's close, because again, how much did we actually pay for the train this last time? Let's see, 67 bucks. Yeah, we'll see. It might actually be cheaper, or just the same amount of money still at the supermarket. Oh, I don't know why I'm bringing this thing back over to my farm. We don't use this anywhere but the cheese factory. We're not going to get some more cheese sometime today, are we? No, actually we're not, which is fine. We can drop off a bunch of milk though. We obviously got to feed the cows again and deal with the slurry. Oh, and of course give them a little bit more straw too. So just cow maintenance basically. Nothing to mow yet, but the next mowing will be time to plant the oats again. Okay. But we have access to 95 plus 70, 165,000 bucks. It's not bad. We technically could buy another field, but that would basically be it. Like, we wouldn't have that much more money left over to do other things with. Because how much is the field we want? Which would probably be 20, most likely would be the next best field to buy. I mean, it would leave us with less than 30,000 bucks, which really is just not enough. I mean, we could grab one of these down here and just have a little bit of space between us and it, but I really feel like 20 would be just the best field for us to get, just from a convenience factor and layout of our farm and everything like that. Now, obviously, the sooner we get it, the sooner we can start making profit from it. Here's actually a big telling factor. And that is the fact that it has no crop on it right now. It's cultivated. Honestly, we might hold off, let somebody else pay the money to plant it. Although if they plant something that I don't really want, that could be problematic. I don't know. We're actually going to put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll get our cows taken care of, and then we'll go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.